Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert. So what are molecules of emotion? Interesting question, hey? Well, they are neurochemical molecules. So neuro as in nervous system, chemical as in chemical. So these are molecules made from proteins or made from fats, depending on which neurochemical it is. But most of them are made from proteins. So take note of that. This is very important that you get enough protein in your diet so you can make these wonderful neurochemicals. Yeah? So each neurochemical has a very specific electrical charge. So the nervous system is run by electricity, so the neuro bit. And this creates a very particular emotion. So feeling good, because as you'll see, there's an article down there about the different types of neurochemicals, the feel goods, the feel calms, etc. So in the feel good, there's several different neurochemicals, and they each have their particular way of feeling good. So dopamine is going to make you feel good in one way, and serotonin is going to make you feel good in another way. And we need both of them, or we need all of the feel good ones, okay? So every single neurochemical has a particular electrical charge, a particular molecule way of being put together, and gives a very particular specific emotional state. So they are created in the brain or in the nerve cells, and they are then sent to different other cells within the nervous system, but they can also be sent out in the body as well. So which molecules you make are all dictated by the hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus in the brain is this area which I call the commander-in-chief. And it will dictate which molecules, neurochemical molecules, molecules of emotion, which of these are produced based on the input that comes into the hypothalamus. So the input could be from the five senses, everything you see, everything you smell, everything you taste, hear, and touch. It could also be the mechanics. So it could be the movements that you're making, where your arm is, if you're smiling or if you're not smiling, etc., etc. All of these things will be registered in the hypothalamus. It could be your emotional state at the moment. It could also be mental activity. Everything goes, all the input goes to your hypothalamus, and that makes a decision together with some of the other areas in the brain which it talks to, and makes a decision about which neurochemicals should be produced or should not be produced. Interesting, hey? Yes. So these chemicals are created in response to the intake, but it can also be food. It could also be the foods that we're eating that can affect the hypothalamus. So sugar, for example, can affect it. So we produce more of things like serotonin. The reward center in the brain will be affected and we start producing more dopamine. So we also had to be very careful about what we're eating. And this is how addictions are created, because eating sugar, for example, will increase dopamine, and we love the way dopamine makes us feel. So we eat more of it. Basically what it is. So very important to understand about these different molecules of emotion. Yeah. Now, they can also create changes within the body. So let me give you an example of serotonin here. So serotonin is produced in the nervous system, in your brain, and it will affect your mood. It's one of the feel-good ones. But 90% of the serotonin we produce is actually produced in the gut. And here is responsible for the gut movement, so the peristalsis as it's called, where we're pushing the food further down in our intestines. So that's what serotonin is all about. 90% of it is produced there. It will also help you with that gut feeling, so it will also help you with the emotion in your gut as well. Very interesting, these neurochemicals. Have a good old read down there and you'll see all about the different types of neurochemicals, what their names are, how we make them, etc., etc. Happy hormones, happy life.